Hello there. So, you wanna practice drones, but maybe you've never flown them before, maybe you're not the right rank on the server, maybe they're just too expensive and your team is having trouble with supplies and they shout at you for grabbing drones. All very possible. Let's say you wanna practice like a realistic scenario that you're gonna see inside of an actual match, and you really want to you know, get your shots right. It's really important to just practice a lot. Like these drones are expensive on, let's say, Spearhead servers, where especially this mod is a Spearhead mod, which I really like, by the way. Um, you're gonna want to set up like a little scenario. So I'm gonna do that right now by placing some defense. So use this trencher. Say you have like a machine gun team. Maybe like a what's this? Just a normal infantry group over here. And I'm gonna send these guys to like defend only, so they don't move around too much. There we go. If you don't know the controls for this on GM, I'm on PlayStation. Everything is pretty easy, It just takes like 5 minutes to get a hang of it, and then after that, you're just good to go basically. In an ideal scenario, you're gonna have like maybe like an ambush squad here. The enemies coming from that like general direction. So let's say an armored vehicle is about to attack that position. Let's give him a gun too, just to make it a bit more, a bit more spicy. Get some of these Russians in there. Full infantry squad. There we go. Before I send them off, I'm gonna set up the drone arsenal. Usually you'd have this in a van. I'm not gonna do all that. It takes a lot of time to, move shit around. Let's see. It's gonna be the modded section. Right here. Drone station. Now, there's a couple drones that you are going to be using the most. Those are, at least that's what I'm using most of the time, the kamikaze mortars. They're really nice for infantry, not so much armored vehicles. They can take out cars, US, whatever, like easy. Even supply trucks, they'll just blow up instantly, but anything like a typhoon or a tank, not going to do shit. Right now, if you have some good teammates, they will have called out, oh, there's an enemy typhoon with a big gun on the way to that position where we have friendlies. Now, obviously, you want to hold that point, win the game. So, what we are going to do is we're going to grab an RPG drone. You can either go for a dropper or for a FPV, but I'd use an FPV in this case because you're fighting a moving target. It's usually not as easy with droppers. Let's see. It goes in the grenade slot. It's fairly nice because it doesn't take up too much space. Where is it at? Kamikaze RPG. There we go. You can just place them like that. I'd usually face them away from my character because, you can always blow yourself up on accident. Before we send that out, let's make these guys actually do something. So let's say you have like a spotter here, some recon squad. They call it out. These guys are now on the way to this position to attack. Bam. Search and destroy. Always do a double check, see if they're actually moving. You're not going to be able to do that in a real game, obviously, but it's a buggy game, so there we go. He's moving around. I'm going to deploy this. In the top right, you're going to have your signal. Usually don't have to worry about that too much unless you do like some missions really far from your position, but especially if you have a van or a car with drones inside of them, you're not going to be too far from where you need to be. The battery, I don't know if they changed it. I feel like they're a bit shorter than usual, but yeah, you gotta look at that. Make sure you don't waste like 2,000 supplies of a single RPG drone. That would be a waste. Obviously, you don't know exactly where that car is going to be. Especially why I like using moving targets like that as a target practice. Oh, look at that. There he is. Now you can see just by doing like a recon, I'm already down to half a battery. So it's really important that we don't take too long on this. It's fairly slow. There we go. Yeah, I tried to film this before, and this is exactly what happened last time. Look at that little dud. I think that missed, so I'm just gonna send another one because it bounced off the vehicle. Oh, sounds like he made it. That's not good. Obviously, always try to, identify where your target is in relation to your friendlies. Oh, there he is, right on the road. Ooh, that was a good hit. I'm in Game Master, so I can just check if I hit him or not, but in a good scenario, you kind of want to have friendlies that check for you. Looks like Gunner is still very much active. Is he? I think he got out. Okay, Driver is dead. Gunner got out or died. One of them is still alive. Pretty sure it was four, but yeah. Obviously, infantry is still pushing. We don't want to waste 2,000 supplies on a single guy, so let's take something else. Let's take, I don't know, a dropper drone. Maybe something like, yeah, just normal grenade. Let's keep it cheap. Since the infantry is pushing up to this trench, it's going to be very, very important to hit your friendlies. It still does happen from time to time. Sometimes it's really difficult to tell with like the grain over your screen, but it's definitely worth checking. I can see what my friendlies are shooting at. Oh, look at that. There he is. Nice. Let's just check if I killed friendlies or not. Very, very effective. One friendly dead. He got shot. These friendlies are alive and well. Ooh, this guy's out of here. Nope, never mind. But yeah, you get the point. You get the point of this. You just want to do this as much as you can before trying drones in a real server, and even then, it can still go wrong. You can still waste supplies. It happens. It's a video game. Don't take it too seriously, but this is in my opinion, a pretty fun way to just, get a hang of the drones and really figure out how to use them. Let's just nuke this guy. Well, I hope you managed to get something from this. Maybe this helps you do your own practice, and yeah, thanks for watching.